WeaselWood project. Today we have a little fix to do, a little problem that I run into. So, long story short, maybe you have seen the build of our new workbench here for our drill press and the miter saw. But the problem is the power cord of the drill press is too short. The power socket is over at the main bench and I want to keep it there because of the dust from the two machines. I want to keep the sockets over there. So we could fix this by putting an extension cord on, but where's the fun in that? So I've decided to put a longer cable here at on the drill press, and maybe you're interested in this. So let's get started. First step, what we have to do is to install the plug on the one end of the cable. So I have my nice phase inverter 16 amp power plug here and the 5 by 1.5 square millimeter cable, nice rubber cable, ideal for the use in the shop here. So we have to remove the insulation on the one end to install the plug. Be careful to not damage the insulation of the single wires. So what I like to do is to leave the ground connection a bit longer than the other ones. This way the ground connection is the last piece that gets disconnected as you pull the cable out. So we dismantle the single wires. Leave the ground connection a bit longer than the other ones. See why in a minute. And I use my end sleeves for the flexible cables. So the wires are nice terminated. So you see on the plugs the nodes where the single wires should be connected. So the earth is, or the ground is the one in the middle here, the neutral and the three phases. Starting with the ground. In this case, green yellow. The blue for neutral. And the color code I use is brown for phase number 1. Black phase number 2. And grey for phase number 3. Doesn't matter that much because we have the phase inverter plug, so this will change over time. So always give the leads a nice little pull to see if they are correctly and solid installed. Yeah, looking good so far. And put the sleeve of the plug over the whole cable and fasten the drain relief. So that's it. So we have the plug on the one end of the cable, and go ahead and put the other end into the machine. And yeah, I know different countries have different color codes and different plugs, of course, but here in Austria we have this one and works good for me. So now we go ahead and switch over to our machine here. First we have to remove the old cable and then put the new one in. So this is a pretty old wire, it's pretty stiff already, and so the new rubber cable is also improvement on this end. This machine already get about 30 years old, and no kind of any fancy electronic stuff, just good old digital technique. 1, 0. No problem at all. So we remove our switch here. There's also nothing fancy about, just have the 3 phases coming in, as well as the ground connection, and in this case we need the neutral. Normally for a 3-phase motor you didn't need a neutral, but in this case we have our light bulb here for the lighting of the working area, so we need the neutral just for the lamp. Oh. Remove those plugs and remove the 3 phases. Throw our screwdriver away. So that's it. So we as well need to remove the insulation on this end of the cable. Again, be careful to not cut into the insulation of the single wires. Put the cable into the machine. I think we need some oil for this strain relief. Rubber to rubber. Drop of oil on. Easier. Be easier. Yeah, perfect. Fasten the strain relief. Ground and the neutral is pretty easy. Just remove the insulation, and these plugs from Vago, very cool. You can use solid as well as flexible wires, and don't need any end sleeves or something. So perfect. For the switch we need just the end sleeves, so remove the insulation, all 3 phases. Install the end sleeves. Crimp them. And install them back into the switch. You can see this is the switch for the light bulb. Just one of those phases goes through this switch and over to the light bulb, and the other wire is coming from the neutral to give the light bulb the 230 volts that it needs. Between the phases we have the 400 volts. That is perfect for the motor, but a bit too much for the light bulb. So that's it. Put the terminal back in. And that's all she wrote. the great moment. Should we plug it in? Oh, we'll see. Don't have fear. Just me that blows up. So, and. It works. As well as the light. Perfect. And turns the right direction. Very cool. So, that's it. I hope you like this little project. Pretty nice if you can do this by yourself and don't need an electrician for that. So, yeah. Leave me some comments. How do you like this video? Give it a thumbs up if you do like it, and have a nice day. Bye!